Amber at 619, Minko at 630. So there you have it with this thunderstorm cell. Let me back out a little bit, get some scale on what is happening here. We'll take off the storm tracker for the time being. Thunderstorms continue to rumble across eastern sections of Ouachita, northeast Kiowa County at this time. And tornado warning remains in effect for Kiowa County till 6:15. Have not had any further comment or reports on the brief tornado touchdown that was near Roosevelt in Kiowa County. These thunderstorms appear as if they've weakened a little bit on the backside here, but this one that's moving through Grady County remains quite intense. We also have heavier thunderstorms in and around the metro area. Heavier rain now around the Piedmont area. From west sides of Edmond through Piedmont, south of Cashin. These are not severe at this time. A heavier thunderstorm cell along the Canadian River south of I-40, southwest of El Reno. Heavier storms from Tuttle and Pocasset. And then we get into this tornadic thunderstorm that is menacing Grady County at this time. It's very possible that the atmosphere is quite murky and it's kind of hard to see this activity as it continues to develop. So leave the storm spotting to us. If you are close to the Chickasha area, you should be in your storm shelters at this time. And as Mike said, find yourself a good interior room to hide as the storm will continue to move off to the northeast. There you have the latest storm track, taking it into Verdon at 5:58, Chickasha at 6:05. Folks in Chickasha have already had some heavy rain and hail across the area, in parts of the area, and some gusty winds associated with this thunderstorm cell as it is moving off to the northeast at 30. Let's go to WSI if we could. We've got a time lapse that I'd like to show the folks. You can see these thunderstorms developing across portions of southwest Oklahoma, spreading to the northeast. Storms in the metro have yet to be severe, but the conditions are there. A tornado watch remains in effect for a large portion of central and southern Oklahoma until 10 o'clock tonight. We are in what's known as a high risk for severe weather. We're either in slight, moderate, or high. High risks are issued relatively infrequently around here, so a high risk is a big deal, and it's already panning out with at least 3 tornadoes reported so far today. This intense thunderstorm cell that's just southwest of Oklahoma City is on a track that will take it into the Mustang area at around 6:40 or so, with Tuttle at 6:32, and still the most dangerous portion of the storm now right around the Chickasha area, just west of Chickasha at this point. Chris Lee, do we still have Chris Lee there? Chris Lee, we'll get him in just a second. This storm has had a history of producing tornadoes. It is a nasty-looking storm as you look at it. Hopefully you're not looking at it, but as one views it, it's got a lowering associated with it. It is rotating. Little fingers will come out, funnel clouds from time to time, and we will have occasional tornado touchdowns. The last one reported was near Indian City. That storm is now moved off to the northeast. It's actually due east of there, and the potential is very high for tornadic weather with this thunderstorm as it moves through the Verdon and the Chickasha areas toward Pocasset, eventually on down the road to Tuttle and Mustang. Once again, tornado warnings remain in effect for Kiowa counties, Grady, and Caddo till 6:15. Chris Lee, Fast Unit 2. First of all, where are you and what's the latest?
Well, we're north of Cement about 5 miles. We just passed turnoff to Lake Birchie. That's on 277 headed north between Chickasha and Cement. We're looking off to our west. There's a very large wall cloud. Spotters are watching that. We're not able to see it coming to the ground. We're not able to, we've not heard anyone who said that it's on the ground right now.
Chris, hold on. Hey, Chris, I'm just getting information that a large tornado was on the ground 2 miles north of Laverty, moving northeast at 35.
Okay.
So it appears to me that it might be kind of murky, kind of hard to see. We're getting a good reflectivity signal here that there could be something northeast of Laverty, west of the Chickasha area. Apparently, spotters reporting a large tornado on the ground 2 miles north of Laverty, moving northeast at 35. Tornado warning remains in effect until 6:15. People in the town of Chickasha should continue to take cover. Now, the rain may have slackened a little bit around the Chickasha area, but don't be fooled. You're getting into what's known as the rain-free area on the backside of this storm, and that is a very, very dangerous area. We're taking first alert Doppler radar and zooming it in. And, Chris, you can't confirm this at this point. Is that correct?
Well, we can confirm it now. This is Scott talking to you.
Scott.
We switch places. Chris is out getting some video. It is wide, and it is on the ground.
Okay, and it is approaching... Is it approaching the Chickasha area at this time?
Yes, it's heading straight towards Chickasha at this point in time. It's moving to the northeast, moving very quickly. We are approximately 2.5 miles south of it. It looks like it's heading right along Highway 92, which is just northeast of the lake.
Okay, this is a very, very dangerous situation. If this indeed is a large tornado, it is approaching the city of Chickasha. Folks in Chickasha, do not panic. This is not the time to panic, but get to your storm cellars immediately. If you've waited, get there now. If you don't have a place to go, get to the lowest level of the structure that you're in. Make sure you cover yourself with pillows and blankets. Crawl in the bathtub if you have to. Find an interior room, such as a bathroom or a closet. Perhaps some of you kids are at home. Your parents haven't gotten home from work yet. Get into your coat closet. Turn the TV up as loud as you can so you can still hear it. Get in the coat closet or your hall closet or something. Take your pillow off your bed and get inside there and protect your head. This is a situation with a tornado on the ground southwest of Chickasha, close to the Laverty area, moving off to the northeast at 35 miles per hour. This is a very dangerous situation with tornadoes on the ground. This is why you certainly want to have a tornado plan in place ahead of time so you know exactly where to go. Simple rule of thumb. Always remember this. Simple rule of thumb. Get as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. Right now it appears that the most dangerous part of this storm is just to the northwest of Chickasha. Just to the northwest of Chickasha, moving northeast. Spotters reporting a large tornado on the ground 2 miles north of Laverty at this point and moving off to the northeast. We're going to update the storm track here, put the most dangerous portion of it now. Most dangerous portion of this storm passing very close to Chickasha at this point. You folks in Chickasha, stay in your shelters. This will be moving to near Pocasset at 6:18, Amber at 6:20, Sooner at 6:28, Tuttle at 6:37, and close to the Mustang area at 6:52. But the way it stands now, we have a tornado very close to the Chickasha area, and folks have to treat this very seriously. It's a murky atmosphere. It's very hard to see. Do not attempt to look out your windows and see this thing coming. Trust me on this. As the storm continues to move northeast, it will likely still have the potential for large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes. It's approaching the Oklahoma City metro area, will be around the Mustang area at 6:52, so it's approaching the southwest sections of the Oklahoma City metro area. This storm has had a history of producing tornadoes, and we have one on the ground west of the Chickasha area at this time. Scott Wieditz, are you still there? Can we get Scott again? We're getting Scott. Scott Wieditz.
Still here.
Okay, what are you seeing?
Well, we've got a large tornado on the ground. It's west of Chickasha. Seems to be just a couple of miles north of Highway 92 as it runs east and west. And it is very large, Rick, and it is moving. Okay,
we're ingesting a PVT as we speak, folks. We'll have that on the air for you as quickly as we can. First pick will be coming down the line shortly. We want to remind everyone, have your Weather Warn 5 pagers with you tonight. This is a very dangerous night. They will transmit all the tornado warnings, all the severe thunderstorm warnings within minutes of the issuance. Do not use that as your sole purpose of weather information. That's why we want you to stay here with Eyewitness News 5. If your power goes out or if you have to travel, tune your radio on the AM dial to News Radio 1000 KTOK or on the FM dial 101.9 The Twister. The way it stands now, large tornado, as reported by Fast Unit 2, large tornado on the ground just to the west of Chickasha, west and northwest